are the Roy High School Royals, and you are watching Game Night Live.
A KSL Sports Beat presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Presented by SportsMedUtah.com.
Good evening and welcome to Game Night Live, presented by SportsMed Utah. Some great games this week, including number 2 Jordan versus number 4 Harriman. It wasn't a region game, but still a battle of contenders in 5A. The explosive offense of Jordan, led by Austin Kafensis, versus the stout defense of Harriman. Something had to give Friday night. First play from scrimmage, it was Harriman's offense with a big play. Braden Keener at quarterback. He's going to get loose. This is a 55-yard touchdown run. Mustangs took a 7-0 lead. Next drive for Harriman. Miua Mahe. He breaks a big run. This is 79 yards. Can he get in the end zone, though? Just short. He'd score a few plays later. It's 14-0 Harriman. One thing Harriman does have is a good defense. As I mentioned, Austin Kafensis is intercepted. That leads to another Mustang touchdown, 21-0 at that point. But Jordan has been down like that in games this year. They can come back. Kafensis finds Austin Porter. It's 21-7. Harriman does not flinch, though. They only passed it 10 times in the night. Josh McMillan with a 10-yard touchdown. 28-7 still in the second quarter. Beat Diggers strike back in one play. Kafensis to A.J. Townsend. 69 yards. That cut the lead to 28-14. Beat Diggers' defense let them down all night. Harriman had 595 yards of offense. 3 players had over 100 yards rushing, and they never punted the whole night. Harriman makes a statement with a 63-42 win. And this was the upset of the night. Fremont goes on the road and stuns Davis 28-17. They scored on a fumble recovery and 2 interception returns. The Silver Wolves entered region play 0-3. They are now 2-0 in Region 1 and in first place with the road win at Davis. Was Roy for real? Well, they started the season 4-0, but they did the same thing the past 2 seasons, but both of those seasons ended without a playoff victory. Friday night, they faced their toughest test of the season against 5th-ranked Logan. They made quite a statement in our Hut 8 Game of the Week.
Game of the Week, brought to you by Hut 8.
Roy scored on their first offensive series. Logan was in position to answer. Hunter Horsley bounces off defenders, breaks several tackles down to the 5-yard line. But on the next play, they give up the football. They would never recover the momentum. Roy would drive 95 yards and score again. Tyler Skidmore throws up a jump ball, and Cody Hobbs wins. A 35-yard touchdown, and Roy took a 14-0 lead. Their defense was royal all night, forcing 3 first-half turnovers. This pick by Nate Jones set up another score. On the first play of the second quarter, Skidmore connects with Grayson Flint, who picks up a lot of yak. A 61-yard catch and run, and a touchdown. Baby T Atawati adds another score before the half, and Roy took a 28-0 lead into the locker room.
Baby T Atawati!
That's all the points the Royals would need because the defense dominated this game. James Martinez with the sack and the safety. Roy shuts out Logan 36-0, and they're 5-0 for the first time since Jim McMahon was their quarterback in 1975.
You're signing autographs. I mean, things are good right now, Roy.
Things are really good, yeah.
36-0. I mean, come on. Did you even see that coming, as optimistic as you guys might be coming in?
I'd like to say yes, but no. We know Logan's a good team, but our defense pitched a shutout. Couldn't be more proud, and our coaches, they're the ones that do this for us.
Our coaches got us so prepared this week, and we knew we had to come into it as a big region game. Because if we want to win region, everything goes through Logan. They're always winning region, so we have to beat them.
You guys tried to make a statement tonight. What is that statement?
That we're for real. We're for real this year. We went 4-0 the past 2 years, but this year, we're good.
Royals roared on Friday night. Let's check in with Region 6, where the East and Highland rivalry continues. They meet for the 57th time. East entered the night just 1-3, but with a 3-game win streak in the rivalry. East and Highland. Let's go to the highlights. It was 3-3 entering the 4th quarter when Highland finally gets into the end zone. John Hunter for the win. And Highland wins this game 10-3. You can watch this game anytime on Xfinity On Demand. Woods Cross continues to roll. A big win against East last week. Now they need to keep that momentum going against Clearfield. Wildcats come right out of the gates. Braxton Gunther. He's a talented player. A lot of colleges looking at him. Touchdown to open the scoring. Next drive, Tanner Hammond. Slings it to Jake Hammond. That's a 34-yard touchdown. And Woods Cross rolls in this game by a 45-7 score. Springville traveling just up the street to Pineview in Region 8 action. First quarter, Britton Covey. Boy, he's good. 10-yard touchdown. And Pineview leads 7-0 early. A couple series later, Covey going to keep it himself this time. Some nifty moves to get into the end zone. Pinview's up 14-0. All T-Birds in this one. Covey now back to pass. He's going to find Jordan Espinoza for the touchdown. 37-yard pass and catch. Pineview wins big, 42-0. More Region 8 action. Maple Mountain and Spanish Fork in a shootout. Right to the third quarter we go. Jaron Hall at quarterback for Maple Mountain. Connects with Cole Casper. It's a 27-yard touchdown. Dawn still led 33-30. A couple series later, Jason Money. He's going to keep it, and he's going to score from 8 yards out, and Spanish Fork goes up by 10. This is when things get interesting. Maple Mountain on the comeback. Jaron Hall finds Jake Maffey. Look at him bounce around and spin. You can't tackle him. You got to bring him down, and they can't. 3 spins, he'll score. Maple Mountain cuts the lead to 3, 40-37. Next series, after converting a 4th and short, Jason Money going to put this game on ice. And Spanish Fork gets the win. 6 touchdowns for Money in the game. They win by 10. Last year, the 3AA championship came down to the final second, where Desert Hills topped Pineview for their first state championship. Wins by both teams Friday night would set up an epic rematch next Friday, with both teams undefeated in region play. But Dixie trying to spoil the party, hosting Pineview. Panthers led by 7 at the half. They take a 14-point lead in the third quarter. This is going to take a while, but it is worth the wait. It's one of Blake Ence's 3 touchdown receptions. I don't know how many tackles he broke, but it was a lot. It's a 78-yard touchdown. Pineview had a nice lead. Dixie tries to keep pace, and so do we. This is running back Trenton Miller. He is fast. This is a 78-yard touchdown run, and that Pineview lead is cut to just 7. Pineview would match with a sensational catch by Bladen Hosner. How did he catch that? That's worth another look. We got to see that again, because I have no idea how he actually caught the ball. Great defense, but he held on for the score. It's a 61-yard touchdown. Dixie did not go away. Ammon Takau connects with Logan Schweitzer. It's also a 61-yard touchdown. But now the most important play of the game right here. Pineview facing 3rd and 20 on their own 2-yard line. BYU commit Cody Wilstead avoids the rush and finds Hosner wide open. He takes off down the sideline for a 98-yard touchdown. That was enough for Pineview to hold off Dixie. Wilstead with 5 touchdown passes to lead the Panthers. He's got 19 touchdowns, no interceptions this season. Amazing. Desert Hills at Payson. Lions get a great effort from Dalton Baker on this play. That's the catch of the night. Worth one more look. But this game was dominated by the Thunder in all phases. This is Nephi Sewell on the punt return. He's just a sophomore. This kid will play at the next level. 44-yard return and give Desert Hills a 27-0 lead. Let's go to the fourth quarter. This is Nephi's older brother, Gabriel Sewell. The reigning 3AA MVP. He shows why on this play. A 33-yard interception return, and then a little love for the K-Jazz cameraman. This play was wild. It sums up the whole game. Fumbled by Payson. Desert Hills picks it up. Whoops, they lose it again, but hey, Johnny on the spot right there. Zach Fuchs scores the touchdown. Nick Wormsley had 4 touchdown passes, 3 through the air. Desert Hills remains undefeated. So the stage is now set for a monster matchup next Friday. Game Night Live is coming to St. George for the game of the year in Southern Utah. A rematch of last year's 3AA title game, Pineview versus Desert Hills. We can't wait. 5A action, Riverton and Lone Peak both coming off losses last week, trying to bounce back. Riverton up 7-0, but the Knights tie the ball game up when Cameron Uri busts a 73-yard touchdown. We're all square at 7. But from there, it's all Riverton. Silver Wolves start rattling off touchdowns. Corbin Baucom, 32 yards to Jacob Blad. In the second half, Riverton outscores Lone Peak 25-7. The Silver Wolves back on the winning track, 46-21. Judge Memorial, number 1 in 3A, hosting the number 3 team in 3A, Union. First quarter, Stanley Falamaka scores on a 3-yard reverse. It's 14-0 early. Right before the half, Union gets on the board with his bomb from Zach Roll to Everett Miller. 64-yard touchdown, and Judge led 24-6 at the half. Let's go to the third quarter. More Bulldogs. Michael Kearns doing work. The stiff arm. It's a 51-yard touchdown run. Well done, young man. Judge rolls over Union, handing them their first loss, 41-14. The number 1 team in 2A South, Summit taking on Summit Academy. Bears have the early lead. It's South Summit's Bracken Santos. Takes the pitch, and he's going to go into the end zone. A little celebration as the Wildcats lead 14-10 before halftime. Wildcats trying to extend the lead. T.J. Jones wants the deep ball on the other end. Santos takes it to the house. Santos with 3 touchdowns total, and South Summit extends its new winning streak to 2 games. Welcome back. Big game in Region 7. Olympus and second-ranked Corner Canyon. Michael Ebling, the Corner Canyon quarterback. There's a nice slant pass to Zach Frankowiak. The Chargers are up by 21. Titans need a big play for a comeback. Last play of the third, Zach Hodgson fakes the handoff. Mason Draper on the sideline. Titans in position to cut it to 2 scores. Quinn Meyer takes a quick handoff, and Olympus is down just 31-17. But that is as close as the Titans would get. Ebling with 4 touchdown passes, with 3 going to Garrett Michaely, and the Chargers roll on. Murray looking to go to 4-1. Skyline the same. They both couldn't get what they wanted, and right from the start, the Eagles blow the game open. Braxton Chipman to Riley Sharp, a 37-yard touchdown. Then Skyline goes to the ground game. Alec Russin, more on him later in the show. This is a 10-yard touchdown. Skyline was up 35-14 at the half. Kept that margin to the end, 62-42. The Murray football team is enjoying their best season in 14 years despite that loss, and they're winning on and off the field. A small gesture of support this week for a 6-year-old fighting cancer shows the good a high school football team can do when they come together to help the community.
There is something different about Murray football.
The kids are now coming around where they expect to win when they take the field.
Wins haven't come easy in the past.
First 2 seasons, total of 2 wins.
But after 4 games this season, the Spartans are 3-1, their best start in 14 years.
They got together as a group in the offseason and kind of said enough's enough. We're gonna be the team that makes the change and changes culture around here.
Part of that change in culture is a stronger unity and bond among teammates. Players care about each other. They rally around each other, especially through difficult times.
Devin Ross joined our football team this year. He's a junior. It's his first year playing football. Midway through the summer, his little brother was diagnosed with a brain tumor.
I wouldn't expect it to happen to my little brother like that, and just caught us off guard.
6-year-old Carson Ross had surgery on August 1st, where 99.5% of the cancerous tumor was removed. He's currently undergoing 6 weeks of radiation treatments at Huntsman Cancer Institute. That will be followed by a year of chemotherapy.
Carson's been a rock. I can't even tell you, he's incredibly strong. He's had to go through and do some big, big things, and he does it. He's given us all strength to keep going. He's been an example to all of us, I think.
And I think that's the biggest thing that's gotten us through us. It's just all the love and support and prayers that everybody had for Carson.
Inspired by Carson and his brave battle with cancer, members of the team wanted to do something to show their support.
Several of them got together this weekend and shaved their head to let Carson know that, hey, you're losing your hair, but that's okay. We don't mind losing ours along with you.
My little brother was really happy about it.
You know, that was fun for Carson. I think Carson has felt pretty special. I mean, these are some pretty cool kids, and to see them do that, I think he just felt pretty cool.
You know, the doctors and stuff asked him how his weekend went, and he brings up the fact that everybody came over to shave their heads, so it's meant a lot to him.
There are several reasons why Murray is playing better football. Carson's courage is one of them.
He's a big inspiration to us.
Yeah. Probably my biggest reason to play.
Things get tough out here on the football field. It gets hot, you get tired, you get beat down. And I know a lot of them are saying, hey, you know, this is nothing to what Carson's going through in the battle that he has on his hands. So it's been a nice sense of inspiration for us, but at the end of the day, we're all concerned about Carson and wish him a recovery and best wishes for the battle he's fighting.
I didn't ever realize how much support mattered. I mean, you know, it means a lot, but until you go through something like this, you realize that you really turn to people, and people can really lift you. And we have felt a lot of love and a lot of support, and it has gotten us through each day, because you can just do this day by day.
Way to go, Murray football, and we wish Carson the best. You too can help Carson and the Ross family. Here's how. A 5K fun run is being held on Saturday, October 11th at Germania Park at 5243 South Murray Parkway Avenue, 1070 West on the Jordan River Parkway. Registration begins at 7:30 a.m. The run begins at 9 a.m. There's also a raffle and a bake sale being held, all to raise money to help pay for Carson's cancer treatment. You can find more info online at carsonrossfunrun.blogspot.com.
Primetime Performers. Brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse.
Again from Alec Russin for the second straight week. The Skyline running back has rushed for more than 300 yards. He rushed for 311 yards and 6 touchdowns, including an 89-yard score to help Skyline get an important region win over Murray. He's on a roll. Zach Katoa, American Fork, got it done on both sides of the ball. He had more than 200 yards of total offense and a touchdown. He also scored on defense with an interception return and added a sack and a fumble recovery for good measure. American Fork beat Westlake 41-28. And Weber won their Region 1 opener 19-7 over Beaumont, thanks in part to a big night for Stetson Clapp. He had 5 sacks and 4 tackles in the win. Welcome back to Game Night Live. Week 5 did not disappoint. Big upsets, big plays, and games that came down to the wire. It's time to recognize the best of the week in the highlight reel with a little help from the Judge Memorial Percussion Band.
Highlight Reel. Brought to you by Southern Utah University.
Big thanks to the Judge Percussion Band. We got talented kids everywhere, just not on the field of football, but everywhere in the classroom as well.
Best Dressed of the Week. Brought to you by Mr. Mac.
This year, we're teaming up with Mr. Mac to find the best dressed student in Utah. Of course, that's up to your interpretation. This is how it works. We take a picture of yourself in your best dressed outfit or whatever you want to wear. Post it on Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag GameNightSpirit. You can follow at Mr. Mac Seuss to check out what's trending. If we pick you as the best dressed, you'll win a $50 gift card from Mr. Mac, and we'll announce the winner every Saturday right here on Game Night Live. We got a winner this week. Jake Anderson, congratulations. Showing off your spirit. Appreciate that at the Harriman Jordan game. At Jake Anderson. Jake M. Anderson is our winner. Congratulations, Jake. Well, Game Night Live will be going to Southern Utah on Friday. Big game in St. George between Pineview and Desert Hills. a rematch of the 3AA state championship last year that Pineview won. We can't wait, or sorry, Desert Hills won, correction. We can't wait for that, so we'll be down in St. George this coming Friday. So we'll see all of you down there on Friday.